Just getting this right before we get driving back. I was at the park. I didn't have time to do a video and like shoot it and then upload it. Sometimes it's easier to just do lives when stuff like this is going on. But the topic of the video, if I choose to keep it up, is that clearly the title's obvious, right? Bad dog owners are never wrong. They never do anything wrong. It's always a circumstance, or you're always acting too serious, or it's not that big of a deal, man. And it's always people with a dog that they treat like a prop, okay? I'm at the dog park. I don't go in the dog park. I've been over this so many times. I don't go in the dog park because it's a forced pack, but I do take reactive dogs to the dog park so that I can work on the dog's reactivity. Where's the best place to find other dogs that are behind a fence that I can work around, or dogs that are on lead and controlled that I can work the dog around? So I took them to this dog park. Whatever, it's usually a quiet dog park, but there's this increasingly growing trend of people who go to this place, which has a dog park, and they keep their dogs out of the dog park on the big area, like grass area, right outside of it where everyone parks. And they have their dogs off lead, doing all number of stuff, but not really like training. Most of the dogs are not, most of them are doing a chuck it or whatever, but their dogs aren't training, and they're not really that trained. They just are normal, whatever. But this one time, today, I come out, and I'm always up front, especially when I'm training a dog that is reactive to either people, but especially to other dogs, right? With people, they don't really approach me outside, but with other dogs, most people don't think it's a problem for their dog to approach another dog. Newsflash to anyone who doesn't get this: it's a problem if your dog just approaches all other strange dogs willy-nilly. If you've got your dog off leash, okay, and you let your dog approach other dogs that you don't know, owners you don't know, you're a total dick, okay? You might not care about what could happen with your dog, but other dog owners do. And when your dog approaches a dog like the one we have here that could be reactive, you're not only setting this dog back, really, I shouldn't say that. I'm not even gonna strike that last one. I don't think you're setting any other dogs back, but you're being extremely rude and you're being extremely self-centered. I'm walking out after I finished working at the dog park, right? And I was working and I was giving some guy was asking me some tips. He sees me there often, so, and shouts out to that guy and his cattle dog. He's a cool guy. And we finished talking, and I'm leaving with Bear on the lead. And as I'm leaving, you have to walk out this tunnel, right? So I walk out and I'm coming to the face of the tunnel, and around the corner, no leash, all alone, ball in the mouth, is like a butterscotch tan pit Stratford Terrier mix, right? Very common in LA. And unfortunately, it's commonly a breed that I see with people who, the dog's a prop, right? I rescued this dog from the ASPCA for $65 and now it's my prop. I use it to attract women, or I use it to drive away men, or I use it to ride along my bicycle, or I use it to pull me on my skateboard. In this case, it was some leather jacket bound idiot with a longboard, letting the dog pull him on the longboard, but he decided to let the dog off lead, and the dog came around the corner and was maybe on the other side of the tunnel where I had the dog Bear. Now, I don't care, right? Ultimately, the dog could approach me and Bear, and I can control the situation. But I have a responsibility to other dog owners to say, hey, like, this dog is reactive to dogs. Please call your dog back or put him on lead. So that's what I said. At first, I turned around because I couldn't. The dog was just 10, 15 seconds past, 30 seconds, I didn't see the owner. So around a minute, the owner comes around the corner and is about as far away from the dog as I am. And I yelled at him, hey man, get your dog on lead. Why is your dog off leash? There are leash laws, like call your dog back. And he tells me, oh, it's not a big deal. I was like, okay, well, this dog is reactive. It is a big deal. You need to call your dog back. Well, you're distracting him by yelling. I'm like, dude, you're 1,000 feet away. I have to yell. And I shouldn't. I told him, I was like, call your dog back. I am. Okay, then do it. I'm trying. Well, why can't you call your dog back? If he's off leash, you should be able to call him back. Just relax, man, okay? Like, it's cool. It's not cool. If your dog comes over here, it's gonna get bit. or it's gonna try to attack this dog. If shit goes down, I'm gonna let this dog do whatever it has to do to not get hurt. You know, I don't say that, but I'm like, no, call your dog back. Well, you're distracted, you're being too loud. I don't give a fuck, call your dog back. Newsflash to all dog owners, if your dog's off leash in a public area with other animals and you can't call your dog back in a high excitement, chaotic moment, your dog shouldn't be off leash, damn it. Your dog should be on leash. There's a leash law for a reason. And you know, if I was being real fucking crass, if I had a dog that came up on me and my dog, and my dog, they came at my dog and tried to attack, and my dog fought back, I would let my dog fucking do everything to that dog. I don't care if it kills it. There are leash laws for a reason. Get your dog on a leash, and if your dog is off leash, you better have recall. You better have it locked in. Sparky, here, good. Get into heel, clip the lead. Don't concern yourself with other responsible dog owners who have their dogs on lead who are saying, get that dog away because this dog will attack. Get that dog away, this dog is not friendly. But no, oh, chill out, man, chill out. I'm being chill. Get your dog on a fucking leash. You know, it's unbelievable to me. And it's always the same types, right? I can't put him on a leash, man. I can't put him on a leash. He's not like, he wants to be free and run around. I can't put him in a kennel, man. He's not a prisoner, bro. I gotta let him be free in the house, bro. I don't know why he pisses and shits in the corner, bro. Listen, man, I can't just feed him. Why can't I feed him my people food, man? He's just like one of the family, man, bro. It's always those types. And he puts the dog on lead, and he lets the dog pull him around on his fucking skateboard, his longboard, okay? And to make matters worse, I see him 5 fucking seconds later, down on the bike path, where people ride bikes, where people go running, where people take their dogs on walks on lead. Takes him down to the bike path, and now he's riding his skateboard, the leash in his hand bundled up, and the dog just trailing behind him, doing whatever the fuck he wants. It's just, nothing shocks me anymore. It's very frustrating, it's very annoying. And the sad truth is, that guy won't learn. That guy won't learn until something happens to the dog, or the dog does something to another dog. And then when that happens, you know, he'll say the same thing that every other owner always says. Oh, I didn't, this never happens. This never happens. Okay, yeah, didn't happen yet, man. It's just pathetic. It's just really pathetic. Do better, people. If you feel offended by me saying this, I'm talking to you, and you should do better. By yourself, by your own dog, and by other people. It's like, you know, you put a dog in a situation like that and it does bite, that dog's getting put down, dog's getting given up. Just do better, guys. Like, that's just terrible. It's terrible. It's terrible, terrible, terrible. If your dog isn't super locked in, don't have it off leash. Just don't do that, okay? Don't put your dog off leash until it knows what it's doing. And that's really my moral. If someone tells you put your dog on a leash, call your dog back, and you can't because there's too much noise, or it's too crazy of a situation, your dog shouldn't be off leash. Okay? Off leash recall is, hey, this dog attacks. Can you call your dog back? Yeah, no problem, man. Thank you. Sparky, here. Sparky, heel. Get in the car. Load up. Get in the heel. Clip the lead. It's not that hard. It's not rocket science. Like, it really isn't. I just wish that more people were reasonable about that, because if you were more reasonable about it, less dogs would be getting into fights, less dogs would be getting behavioral issues that are only exacerbated by fighting, less dogs would be ending up in the pound, less dogs would be ending up on the table, okay? Dogs that bite, dogs that attack, they get put down, period. That's what happens. The simplest way to stop that is to get your dog trained, okay? Get proper training, commit yourself to that training, and keep going. And don't do dumb shit like taking your dog out off lead in a public space like that when they're not trained. It's It's dangerous and it's stupid. And hey man, it's nice to see you on here. I'm actually finishing this up. I'll probably upload it. I was just ranting about an idiot I met at the dog park. So I'll upload it, leave comments there, and I'll make sure, I'm gonna post on the community tab soon about when I do the next like dog Q&A, and I'm gonna try to do a regular stream maybe every other week. So pay attention for that, and yeah, rant ended. Put a leash on your dog.